Sprint Saturday is almost over here in Indonesia. We're on the tropical island of Lombok. He's the champion regardless of what happens to Seryu Ikegami.
He certainly is, yes. About the Idemitsu Asia Talent Cup title. It's after tomorrow morning's race. Then he will head to Malaysia as the champion to come back, make amends and stick it on pole position.
Ikegami has had a front row in every this season.
Yes, he's finishing second today. If he beats Ryota Ogiwara, it will be...
Get it working round here, but the championship leader and favourite.
Yeah, I noted that down as well. Worst qualifying of the season. Yeah, the only qualifying Dakar has had off the top two rows was... Yeah, certainly.
B9 and Tyrann's place. So Beamer is right in the Kiko Giles and Elliot York up here in commentary. Penultimate venue for 2025. The world stage goes there at the Bintang Pranata there in 10th place. We've got Dan for him off the middle of that 6th row. And as I said, Shen Shiyu looking to try and get more points in what has been a resplendent 2025 campaign thus far. She completes the Lombok Island. It is a rather resplendent afternoon up here as well.
Part of the circuit in the Idemitsu Asia Talent Cup, it will certainly be a hot spot for overtaking. After you flick it through turn 9, you can get a bit of slipstream through there and get a good run into the hard-braking zone of 10. Then turn 16, a very difficult corner to get.
Going to be one of those three in race 1.
So close over in Japan. His left, and it'd be nice.
I'm going to go Ogiwara just because he's... What have you got for us? We go green. Matsuyama from pole position. Gets to these 3 and 4 are all very, very tricky. Ikegami grabs the whole shot. It's second for Gan, who is in 5th place. But remember, he has a double long lap. Through turns 2, 3 and 4. This is where it's been so tight in years gone by across all motorcycle racing classes here. But I think they're all safely through. And it is as they...
Coming into effect, it's Fleming on the number 10 and the 21 of it, Dakar going up the inside as well. So Ikegami has gone from P1 to P3 into turn 10. That is where it's going to change.
Coming through on bumper way actually, so he might have recovered to P5. That's Page out wide again. He is in 9th place at the moment. They come through. Oh, Tyrion Fleming is absolutely right in that curve. Really close to the green. We're going out onto the green too much. This is down towards 16. That's it, Dakar coming through on Tyrion Fleming. I think Fleming let him have that one a little bit too easily, perhaps, but safe and sound through 16. Then exit and then drive into the line. Dakar leads Fleming. 14 of Ikegami, Matsuyama, then Ogiwara, and then it is a change over in P2. We do not. It is around.
Hard work done then for Dakar again. He's latched himself back onto the back of the group. You just saw there on the left-hand side at 43.075, fastest lap of the race. The only rider in the 143s. He was only just in the 43 as well. Everyone else lapped in the 44s or the 45s in this league group. We're going to pick him up. Also hard work, but he's now with them and in the slipstream.
Yeah, he just needs to keep it clean and all tidy, really. He doesn't want to be doing anything too rash. He just needs to keep his head down, and he will slowly but surely work his way up to the front of this group. Oh, that's cutting so tight. But TT's Asia Talent Cup, after all, this is one of the best races of the year, and this is fantastic stuff from Tyrion Fleming, I've got to say, who is looking very, very strong out front, looks comfortable out front, but we're down in 12th place. No, it's Nelson Cairoli in 13th. The 26-wheeler as a lead group in the Asia Talent Cup. It's to come after this one. Line astern all the way through the penultimate corner, and then it is that short shoot towards turn 17.
You want, I think, to break away in this group unless some mistakes are made from behind. Once again, Alfonso Dakigan, you can just see there into the 142s, the lead group for most part. The only thing to watch out for towards the end of the race is, of course, tyre life. Dakigan, of course, taken plenty of life out of those tyres, but you can see here we're just picking them up on the exit of turn 4 now before we start the long run down to turn 10. Slipstream coming into effect here. This is
all building, isn't it, to something very, very interesting. Oh, look at that. The Asia Talent Cup racer actually not very happy with the excessive swerving from multiple riders. Now, I pencils up there in the office, so excessive swerving. So the Asia Talent Cup lads have been told a few times.
One, but clearly race direction think there was a little bit too much. So who are we to argue? It was mainly in the middle of the pack, it looks like, but maybe leading from Fleming, but not for long. Fleming good on the brakes into turn 1.
In the Asia Talent Cup, what a final, moving through into P2, and that was Ogiwara taking it back in the braking zone. So Ogiwara perhaps sandbagging a little bit here. He's obviously got some performance left with the final 6 or so kilometres of this. Oh, and right on cue, we come back and we see Ogiwara, who has already moved his way back to the front. Bump away, he's on the wrong way, and he's come.
Margin in hand, it was 0.6 of a second more or less coming through the third split. We'll see what it is across the line when we start the last lap, but it could be one of these 4 who are going to win the race. That is super late on the race. Is that Ikegami? A little bit out of control, must be said. That's costing time. Dakigan as well as cost time.
He's spitting feathers if you're Alphonse Dakigan here. He's going to come right back with a vengeance. We are on the last lap as we take a big deep breath. Here comes Ogiwara looking at the inside. He's third, looking for a podium once again. He was leading across the line last time around. Then it's Alphonse Dakigan, who for me is the rider of the race despite his 2 long laps of misdemeanors elsewhere in this weekend.
Time important for Ikegami to get through turns 8 and 9. This is it. 8 flick it left, 9 flick it right, and then got to get a move done into turn 10. This is crucial for the championship.
It's all bunching up again. Here comes Dakigan looking to try and come through, but he can't get the move done. Rival, I remind you, these 2 are going head to all the way down to turn 15, 16, 17, and maybe even the finish line here. Hold on to your hats, folks at home, because this is building and building, and here it's coming. Ogiwara, who's going to try and come through. Ikegami goes all to the fence, and we close our eyes. Wants to win it from the front, and has parked down the inside, but makes a mistake. Where's he going to end up here? Ikegami is back in the front. Ogiwara! Oh, he's on the apex! And that was always going to happen. Ogiwara skizzled Ikegami with a brainless move, and Alphonse Dakigan. For long laps, he was down in 13th place at the lowest, but the Filipino rider has done the business, and he is alive. They were investigating for a swerving, an excessive swerving. There takes third. Davino Britannia, career best for.
A little mistake on the entry as well, and then that was unfortunately just out of control. I understand wanting to win the race from there, but he's knocking the rear end over the curb, and unfortunately for Ikegami, he was in the way, and yeah, unfortunately that is not good at all from the championship leader. He's had a perfect year so far, but that's a real big error. It's one that handed victory to Podium as well. Congratulations to the Philippines rider.
Unbelievable. I've got the rear brake going. You can see the rear tyre mark going under investigation. I think that is about as polite as you can put it. But because he skittled Seiyu Ikegami throughout 2025, unfortunately now
different lines going in there, late on the brakes, just about got it hooked up, didn't quite get the move done, saw Ikegami
and doing it, so I'm not sure whether we are going to have further penalties. I can tell you Hote has got a 6-second penalty, insufficient time to complete a long lap penalty. We have got a long lap penalty, short one, and it looks awful from behind. He's on the curb, he's got the ribs off there to Ikegami, then he's still got Podium in 3rd place. 4th for Davino Britannia, Pratham Tong, Archie Schmidt and